Hello, hello. Hey everyone, thanks for joining. I'm Hashim, you're watching another Pushing Film live stream. Thanks for joining if you're here with me live today. And thank you if you're watching this post stream. So, anyone who is here live, let me know if it's all working all right as per usual. And as you may have guessed from the title, today's video is a little bit of kind of a reaction video, which is weird for me. I've never done anything like this, but I just thought it would be fun and a little bit funny. So, yeah, no major reason, but I've got Hayden just letting me know in the chat that everything is working well. So thank you for that. And who have we got? Charlie, thanks for joining again. A lot of my regulars are here. Cool to see. Vanessa, thanks for joining. Yeah, so the story behind this and why I decided to share it is because I was on Instagram and one of my friends posted a story where he was out shooting. You probably know who you are if you're watching as I tell this story. And he was out shooting with some friends, and in the story it showed him amongst like some classic car that they were taking a photo of, and his friend was taking a photo of the classic car, and he commented something in the story, a caption saying, trying to get featured on Analog Repeat. He tagged this Instagram account called Analog Repeat, which, if it wasn't clear, is an Instagram account, which you're seeing here right now. And I hadn't heard of this page. I'm like, what is that Analog Repeat? And it sounded familiar, as if someone had mentioned it before. So I clicked on the tag on the page and saw this page, and it started to click to me what it was, which is basically it's sort of a comedy / meme page on Instagram, which posts these kind of collages of photos that the person, I'm not sure whoever created this page, collects from other Instagram users, and it tries to kind of make light of the commonly taken photos by many film photographers, these kind of tropes, these like, fad, maybe, I don't know what to call it, but like photos that get repeated by especially film photographers. I'm sure it's not just film photographers, but personally, I thought it was hilarious. And when I first saw it, as I scroll down, you can kind of get the idea just by looking at this. He, she, they, whoever made this page, picks out these photos that look almost identical and more or less all taken by film photographers and posts them in this manner that kind of makes it so obvious that many of the photos we take are almost exactly the same as photos that other photographers have taken. Now, my disclaimer, first of all, is that number one, there's nothing particularly wrong with that. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my screen back. Because before I get into it, I just want to sort of clarify that I think it's all in good fun. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. I don't think it's like really denigrating anyone. I think it's hilarious. I know myself to have personally taken many of the types of photos that get featured on this page as these tropes, as these kind of like overly photographed scenes and fads and kind of things that us film photographers do. There's running jokes, for example, that have always been there, whether it's gas stations on CineStill or the car corners or Portra with this kind of scene or whatever. And I think the mentality that must have gone into this isn't to harm anyone, isn't to really like bring anyone down. Because personally, if one of my photos was on there, I mean, maybe it is. Haven't even looked properly through this page. I would think it's funny. I would be glad, and I would think it's all in good humor. And I think good humor is important, and we shouldn't take ourselves too seriously. And yeah, I thought I'd share it because I actually think it's quite funny, and more people should, find out about it and get it out there. So anyway, I'd only looked at a few of the posts when I saw my friend, share this page, and just scrolling up, I wanted to save looking through the rest of it for a live video. I know it's kind of stupid, the whole reaction video thing, but I wanted to do it and I thought it could be funny. So actually, I just realized I'm not following them. So let's start off with following the page first of all, because I think I followed on my personal account, but not on the Pushing Film one. But if you're not familiar, jumping straight into it, you can see what you'll kind of get is the photos that you've probably seen posted many times before, such as, like, I'm not sure. A lot of this is very America-centric and seems to be focused around locations in America. So, there is a bit of a like bias there, but I still think it's funny because for me here in Australia, I've seen this photo, this location many times, whether it's on Instagram or in YouTube videos and all that. And again, there is nothing wrong with that. If you've taken this photo, I'm sure if I was at this location, I would take this photo too, but it's just funny to see them all in this one collage and oftentimes like, you know, set up to look like it's almost the same photo taken on the same day. So yeah, just like kind of scrolling through there, it's pretty funny. So I'm gonna bring up some of the chat here and see what we've got. Charlie can't wait for this one. Hayden, is it too late for me to send a photo over by Instagram? If you want to get featured on this page, I'm sure it's not too late. Whoever runs it, I think is doing a great job. And I think it's really funny. But Hayden, great page, and my photo has just sent to you. Sorry. Okay, I see what you mean. It's amazing how much people get upset about it, though, from Joe. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, that's why I wanted to make this video, is to kind of reiterate that, like, if you can't take a joke, then I don't know, maybe there's something to look into there. Because again, I don't see how. Maybe, like, let me know what you think. That's another reason I wanted to make the video, is to see, do you think it's offensive to be doing this? The person making the page is tagging all the relevant users and reposting their work, and I think that is within their right to do that. And also, no publicity is bad publicity, right? Like, you could be a user who is actually trying to get more attention to your work, and whether it's through a meme page or something like that, that's good, right? So I don't think there's much reason to get upset personally, but I can understand how maybe some other people would be. So let me know what you think about that. But yeah, just kind of going through, and here we go. I already mentioned that there would be gas stations on CineStill. I did see this one, and I think that's pretty funny. I personally have taken photos of gas stations at night. I don't know if I've done it on CineStill, but like, yeah, of course, if you have CineStill, you'll be tempted to shoot night photos. And again, nothing wrong with that. Don't let this stop you. All right, let's see what else we've got here. Steven, hey, thanks, man. I haven't posted any of my film snaps on Instagram yet. Sent you one. Okay, so you sent me one of your photos. I'm still not clear on what you're trying to say there, but JL Cruz, no problem about it. Just a reminder to be creative, not copying. Exactly. That's another thing I wanted to kind of use this as a reminder to myself, is that, yeah, all right, I've taken this photo, for example, the photo of a steering wheel of a classic car on a sunny day. I'm sure I have at some point. Would it stop me from taking it again? No, but it is a nice subtle reminder to not just get caught in the trap of making photographs, whether or not it's conscious, of things that I've seen many times before, because sometimes your mind is sort of steered in this direction. You're not even aware of why it is you're attracted to making a photo of whatever it might be. And then later you might realize it's because I've probably seen it many times. And again, nothing wrong with that, but it could be a reminder not to over rely on that, and to become at least cognizant of the fact that you might be influenced to a certain degree by something that you don't want to be influenced by, and you don't want it to control your own creativity. So it is a good point there, JL Cruz, that, you know, it is a good reminder to be creative and not copy, whether it's consciously or not. And Asha saying, can't remember the guy's name, but he did a whole book about this one post, sometimes with fog. Okay. Yeah, all right. So yeah, also agreeing there with what JL's saying. Good to force creativity and being original instead of the same thing over and over. Yeah, exactly. So let it be a subtle reminder. Take it in good humor. That's the same way I would. And like, hopefully, I would love to get featured on this page one day, because like, look, they have 10,000 subscribers or whatever, and I think it's pretty cool. But let's look at a few more photos and see what we've got here. You got the shy cars hiding behind things is the caption of that one. So that's pretty funny. What else have we got? I've definitely taken this photo before, but I don't see mine in there, so I didn't make the cut. All right, this is almost the same thing, but it's the back of cars. Isn't it just funny though that it's almost like, obviously the guys cropped it so they all look like they're a square when originally they might not have been, but it makes it look like such repetition, and I think that is the whole point of the page. It is just a joke, and of course I've seen this one. This is the car corners that I've definitely taken this photo before. It's probably not as nice as any of these, but yeah, some things just tend to become a trope in some way or another, and it makes me question the next time I'm out there, like, yeah, would I take this photo? Perhaps, if it is really a good photo and it's fun to take, of course. But I would be aware that, like, yeah, it is nothing new. How creative was I really in taking that photo? Mirror selfies, okay. That's been something that's around for ages, and I'm sure it's not limited to film photographers. But yeah, I guess that is a thing that is easy to poke fun at. The mirror selfie. Vanessa, this page is funny. I'd for sure take these photos as well. Yeah. So, Hayden, I'll tell you via message later as my phone spell check keeps changing my words. I put, yeah, it does that. So, Steve McCurry did a whole book also about people reading and sort of the thematic repetition in art. And I personally think it's not a bad thing. Yeah. I mean, you could take this formula and apply it to any art form, to be honest, whether it's digital photography or anything, and find things that people have done over and over again and post it. But yeah, that's kind of the point, is that really what is original. But I think that as a page, if it's able to make you laugh and not take yourself too seriously, it's a good thing. So what else have we got? So what's the caption here? 90% chance the caption is either Hoop Dreams or Nothing But Net. Reading some of the comments. So honored and humbled to be featured. And yeah, I think that's a cool attitude if your photo was amongst these. Again, he does tag everyone. You can't see it right now because I'm on the browser. But yeah, I think it is something that, you know, if you take it the right way, it should just be a bit of fun. And I'm not sure where this location is. They're not the same location. It's just photos of stop signs. And yeah, I've definitely seen this before. Ash is saying that the captions are great. Yeah, some of them are pretty funny. I would love to know who made this page and have a chat to them someday, but yeah, I have no idea who made it. But yeah, check it out. If you're on Instagram, go follow these guys. I think it's good entertainment. I love the photography meme pages. One of my favorite ones, actually, this is him here, is Fake Ken Rockwell. This is great. So definitely follow this page as well. He posts some great film photography memes as well, if you're into that kind of thing. I'm not a huge meme person, but I still appreciate a good laugh every now and then about something that is relevant to what I do. And yeah, I'm sure I've seen this photo many times. And then laundromats, who hasn't shot laundromats? I've definitely taken photos on film inside a laundromat. And these ones are pretty cool. It looks like these two are actually from the same laundromat, which is hilarious, because they're almost the same angle, same time of day, judging by these shadows. And what else have we got? A photo of a basketball hoop from Straight On. Yeah, I didn't think that was something I'd seen a lot, but I guess now that they're next to each other. This is San Francisco. Yeah, I mean, of course, if you were to visit here, you'd probably have to take this photo of the famous bridge. Golden Gate, is that what it's called? Yeah. I love this caption. This is lung cancer vibes, with a fire emoji, cigarette, and then someone with a mask. And let's look at some of the comments. Man, you are a genius. This page is fantastic. I just woke up with a smile today, and thank you for the feature. All right, cool. So that is someone whose photo got featured there, and they're taking it the right way, and appreciating the fact that their work got shared, which is cool. This is definitely the same location, and Wigwam Motel, I'm guessing from the caption there. I am not familiar with this place, but yeah, it is funny to see that it is the same car in a lot of these, the same two cars mainly. What else have we got? Oh, I closed it. What is this? Please consider donating to the GoFundMe to help film photographers afford glasses so that they can stop taking pictures like this. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of this. I've been seeing this trend a lot. Again, I'm not judging, and it is still your own style, whatever you want it to be, but I'm just saying that I personally don't understand how this became a trend to intentionally put the person in a portrait out of focus. I get the mentality. You're actually trying to bring the background into the focus and make the person in the foreground some kind of addition to that, which is cool. You're flipping it around, I guess. But I personally am not a fan myself, because it does, to me, my eye makes it seem like a mistake, like an accidental back focus, because I'm so trained to feel like when a photo is back focused and you have a person in the foreground, that it's a mishap. So I can't see past that. Also funny that a lot of these photos are taken at the beach. Obviously the person picked out similar photos in terms of backgrounds. All right. This is probably Palm Springs, and the same couple of cars that seem to be parked in front of this house that I've definitely seen many of this photo. Asher, it's cool to see the people they find, as well as from huge pages to normal people just shooting for fun. Yeah, and that's cool, especially if you're one of those smaller pages, you're trying to get a bit of exposure. And I think this page will only keep growing because it's funny. This I've definitely seen, the broken mirror. It's cool. Another basketball hoop thing. I didn't realize this was so common. I'm sure I've probably taken a photo of a basketball hoop at some point. But yeah, when you see them all next to each other like this, it's such a reminder. This, I have definitely seen this. What's it say? Help, I'm drowning. Man, this is going to get so many fire emoji comments. I hate that fire emoji when it's just on its own. Yeah, definitely a common thing, this one. And honestly, when you see them like this, it just makes it look such a like a sense of repetition because of the angles and the same exact thing. You must think that many of the people who take this photo have only done it because they've seen it done before, which again is fine if that's what you want to do. Is this the same skate park? Probably. All right, Venice skate park in the hashtag there. Yeah, I like skate parks. I've definitely taken photos of the skate parks. Makes for good stuff. But I guess because it's the same skate park and it's all on film, that's why. Yeah. What's this one say? My therapist told me that I should name the things that bother me most. Is there a name for this pose? Yeah, I've seen this a lot. Like, and honestly, what has he got here? Like 12 photos or whatever. I'm sure you'd have hundreds to pick from if you really wanted to pick out this particular pose. Like, it's become pretty typical. And just seeing some of the comments, vomit emoji, crying, laughing face. You need to do one for the red flowers in LA, winking face. Yeah, that's a good one. Definitely seen that a lot. Roy's again. These are even more similar to each other than the first Roy's post. Is this in California? Because I see it a lot. I know I first saw it on like Kyle McDougall video, and then I would just see it pop up, and like, of course, I guess you can't help taking this photo if you're there, but it's funny because it's kind of like journalism. The person who made this page obviously crops them in a way to make them look even more similar than they are because they're centering it into a square, and it is the same location. This is hilarious. Stephen, one thing that's a bit of a bummer about this is some of these photos individually absolute bangers. Yeah, I'm not denying that for sure. Seeing this way messes with your perception of the pic and all you focus on the meme part of it. Yeah, but like you have to remember that if the person is creating a larger body of work and they have this Royce photo in amongst a large body of really nice photos that wouldn't be as easily repeatable as this, that are a little bit more, let's say, unique in terms of location or subject matter, it wouldn't take away from that photo at all. It's only, like you said, when you're seeing it in this context, but that's why it's funny. That's why it's just like one big joke. And I think that's the best way to take it. Because I did hear that there was some drama regarding this page and people, block the person who made it. And yeah, I don't know about that, but one of their comments says the goal of the page is to show film photo cliches. Yeah, it is what it's doing. What's this one? Again, the out of focus girl in the foreground. Wow, there's actually a lot of this. I mean, they're not all girls, but majority looks like it. Yeah, and it's all moonlit. Angled up at people with the moon behind them. I did not realize this was a thing. Like, I understand the context of the out of focus foreground person, but it's actually taken that and found a niche within that, which is hilarious. I didn't think that that would be possible. Filmed by Stephen, we made the cut. crying, laughing faces. Oh my god, I made it. Yeah, so see, people seem to generally be pretty pleased about making it onto the page, which is good. And the pool thing, I don't see much of this, to be honest, but yeah, I can see that being a cliche. More mirror selfies. Wow. This is all the TLR ones, or all Hasselblad, sorry. Yeah, okay. That's good. Tell me you follow trends without telling me you follow trends. Wow, this is the exact same location. It looks like the exact same angle as well. Maybe just different focal lengths. This must be somewhere in America as well. Okay, that's a good one. What does this say? Have you met my good friend, conventionally attractive young female sitting in an old school car? In fairness, these are probably different enough to each other to not look so cohesive in this collage, but I guess the same setup. So yeah, you got them there. I've probably taken a photo of Sarah in a classic car once she rented a Mustang, and of course I'm going to take a photo. I'm not going to not take a photo, but it wasn't like a setup shoot. But yeah, I would love to get featured on this page someday. Who knows? What is this? Somewhere in America again. Brooklyn. Cool. So it's the same angle of the same place. Again, different focal lengths. Some wide angle lenses, some longer lenses. But wow, this is when you really see that there's like almost an exact repetition amongst these photos. And Asha, never been a fan of the out of focus person. Always just thinking, yeah, see, it's a mentality thing, I guess. My mind can't unsee that it looks like a mistake, like a back focus. Yosemite, one of the famous views you can drive to. Jamie, hey man, thanks for joining. Jamie Maldonado's here. America and cars is kind of a thing. Another reason why Roy's is such a cliche. It is a pretty cool place by the looks of it. I've never been to America, but there's so many nice locations there that I think have garnered a lot of attention lately through photography and Instagram. This, I've definitely seen a lot of that. Who hasn't done, like, tried double exposures with neons? I've definitely done it. Like, even on Cine Still, you can throw that in there as well. But yeah, so it's just the overlay of a close-up portrait with a neon sign in their face. I don't know if I did it over the face, but like close to it. And yeah, it's funny. It's just good. Point of view. That film photographer you follow recently went to Los Angeles. All right. Yeah, I've definitely seen this. I've seen this is that's Volandez. I watched that in his YouTube video. Definitely seen that. I don't know if I've seen all these others, obviously, but it looks like, again, the exact same road, technically. You don't realize it is. For me, especially never having been to LA or anything, I wouldn't have put together that this is probably the exact same junction that people are stopping at and taking the same photo at. I guess it offers the best view of the city or whatever from that part of town, but this really puts it into perspective. But again, like, if you were there, why wouldn't you take the photo? Waiting for the autumn photos repetition on that Instagram. Stephen, I just realized would make a ridiculously good zine. Vlanders, Verbeek, Vince, all the V's. All did videos there. Haha, it's a beautiful spot by the looks of it. Yeah, it looks beautiful. I mean, these night ones I really like, especially. And yeah, at least some of these are a little bit different. I mean, you got two skaters there, but this would be popular skating, like, you know, a downhill bombing spot because it is a nice slope. Yeah, I don't think this is as bad as some of the other cliches. Again, with the out of focus foreground portrait model thing. Wow, I didn't realize. Yeah, I told you this would be easy to find examples of. Again with the basketball hoops. Wow. I wonder if any of these are repeated from the previous reposts. It would seem to me that he's found original examples each time. I'm sorry, I'm assuming it's a he. I don't know why, but David Attenborough narrating a nature documentary. And here we have your garden variety basketball hoop shot on film. That's a good one. Get yourself a projector, a film camera, a hipster friend, and some vapid trying too hard to sound deep text. And baby, you got a stew going. I've definitely seen this done a lot. Yeah, I think it's cool. I think again, if it's in a larger body of portraits, it's going to stand, much stronger than it does amongst these like copycat photos. So yeah, I just didn't realize it's so not overdone, but so commonly done. Maybe it is overdone. I don't know. Is this the same road as before? No, it's not. All right, but this is very, very similar. This must be they're standing on the same bridge or something. It's October. Hope you guys are ready for all the spooky ghost photos that are going to flood your feed. Today is Halloween, I think, here in Australia at least. Not that it's very largely celebrated here in Australia. It's starting to become so in recent years. But I think the 31st is Halloween. And yeah, I've definitely seen this before. Not this many times, but I didn't realize it was such a thing for people to intentionally dress up as ghosts and take photos on film. Speaking of which, I saw this movie about a ghost, and it was where the main character was dressed in this sort of cartoony style ghost outfit. It was one of those A24 films. I'm trying to remember what it was called. Anyone in the comments who knows what I'm talking about, let me know. But yeah, I did not like that movie at all. That's just a whole side topic, but yeah. Roy's again. This is the third time. All right, what do we got? 10K, throwback to where it all began. All right, cool. So this is only 2 weeks ago. I wonder how this page is definitely not that old and reached 10K pretty fast. Congrats on 10K. Where would analog photography be at this point if it wasn't for Roy's? Thank you and congratulations to everyone featured. Is this an analog repeat? Repeat. It's a third repeat. Yeah, this is great. I love this. Just variations on Roy's. There's a black and white one there. That's cool. Someone was daring enough to not keep the color in the Roy's photo. Yeah, definitely seen this a lot. I probably attempted this. It's hard to resist. What is this? The Lay of the Bland. Yeah. All right, I think I get this. This is because I think it's Joe Greer's new book, which the cover was this photo. I don't know which one was his because they're also exactly similar. I think it was one of these more golden looking ones, but yeah, because this book is called The Lay of the Land. Yeah, I guess that's a pretty direct dig. And again, let me know what you think about that. I know that he gets a lot of shit, and I have posted on Instagram before kind of a meme from the Ken Rockwell page directed at Joe Greer, but I think it was all in good humor. And what I had commented in my sharing of that post was that, like, you've made it when you get memes made about you, or especially if they're in good humor. Like, obviously if it's something really denigrating, it's a different story. But yeah, this photo looks the exact same almost. So it's the same location, obviously, probably somewhere in America. Oh yeah, all right. Someone in the comments, Jamie, A Ghost Story. That's the movie. That's the one I watched. It was, I get what they were trying for, and I think it's one of those love-hate movies. And I love a lot of movies, even A24 and stuff like Midsummer and other slower-paced stuff like that. But the pacing of that movie I did not like, especially the first half and some of the scenes that really just held for like 5 minutes straight. I sat through it. It did get better towards the end. I just did not like it. I would buy that zine. Hey Rob, how's it going? From Napa Valley. I feel like this account is too negative. Okay. But it's also interesting to see constant themes and think about what draws us to them. Through IG, though IG really does encourage copy and paste. Yeah, it does. It does. Because we're seeing the same thing, and you have to realize you're being fed by an algorithm that's trying to feed you what it thinks and perhaps knows that you already look at, which is not really good when you think about it, because you're not exposing yourself to as much new material as you would when looking at a photo book, for example, and exposing yourself to something from a completely different time and place and before Instagram, for example. Whereas it doesn't encourage as much creativity to maybe change up the angle in this photo, for example, which I'm sure has been done. And again, there is intentional tactic by whoever made this page to try and, you know, make these photos look even more similar than perhaps they are. But yeah, it's a good point, Jamie. I think I agree that it can be seen as negative. I personally don't take it that way, but it's interesting to hear that perspective, especially when there's a bit of a direct dig in the captions there. But I think, you know, that must be due to some prior beef maybe or something, because that is what I heard, is that there was some kind of beef going on, and like, yeah, and then to really to fight fire with fire and kind of like play into that, I can imagine it's not going to go anywhere good. But just looking at some of the comments, I can feel the faith. This post is cathartic. How do we know this isn't the same roll of film? The road less traveled. Bunch of crying, laughing faces. Yeah, all right. Let's just leave it. I don't want to like get into the politics of that one. And that was the last post on the page. Cool. Well, yeah, let me know what you think. I hope you had a bit of fun viewing this page as I did. I hadn't seen most of these posts. Again, I'd only seen a few of them initially, and I thought I'd save it for the online viewing. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what else they post. Again, it won't stop me from making any of these photos if I was to ever have the opportunity. I think it's funny. I think it's all in good humor. I think we shouldn't take ourselves too seriously. And yeah, let me know what you think. If you disagree, and why you disagree. Do you think this person should stop doing, you know, making fun or whatever you want to call it? Again, I think it's all perspective. Cheyenne, petrol station at night on Cine Steel. Yeah, that was there. I think they are just trolls. I really wanted to like a ghost story, but yes. All right. So you also, yeah, because I got recommended by a friend saying he loved it, and then I watched it and I was like, oh, I was expecting something different, but it was all right. Still worth watching. Surprised not to see the Randy's donut. I guess it's a donuts missing the N shot from LA. I'm not familiar with that, but it must be another trope that's common. It looks like LA is the major culprit for a lot of these photos. Must be a lot of film photographers in Los Angeles. These are awesome. Dig or no dig? Yeah. You know, again, exposure is good. There's no, yeah, there's no such thing as bad publicity, is there, when it comes to something like that? I don't think it's going to make someone think less of a photographer because they saw their page on this, or would it? What do you think? Vanessa, thanks for sharing the page. I'm going to start following it. Yeah, check it out. I think it's funny. I think definitely check out the fake Ken Rockwell as well. I love that page. That's a good one. And it looks like Instagram suggesting a whole bunch of other ones to me that must be similar. You can kind of see them here in this row. Actually, they don't seem like meme pages. They're just regular pages. But yeah, October 31st, 10K followers. Let's see where this page goes. Let me know what you think. Someone saying, I missed the first 10 minutes. Did they have the lavender fields? I don't think there were any lavender field photos, but yeah, who hasn't like taken a photo when they're at a lavender field? Why not? I haven't looked at these stories yet. I might like check some of that out. But again, if you're the one who makes this page and you're watching, again, I'm not trying to judge. I think it's funny. I think it's great, and keep up the great work. I look forward to seeing where this goes. I think it would be hard to keep up the material for too long until you kind of have to repeat the ones you've already posted. But I think even as a short lifespan thing, it's great. And I think it's a good reminder. It's a good reminder to me to try and stay original, and to like, even if I had to take these photos that are so common, to do it knowing that, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, and it's all in good fun. And like, if I ever get featured, I think that would be great. I would love it and appreciate the free exposure. So why not? And Jamie, I'm definitely guilty of Roy's. But that place is super beautiful. Exactly. Like, how can you travel somewhere like that and not at least take the photo? Yeah. All right, guys. So thanks for joining on this live stream. Sorry for the slight lack of content on the channel. I'm sure you know why if you've been watching any of my videos. I've had a bit of downtime recently. I've tried to put out the easier types of videos. I just launched one this morning, which was sharing some of my more recent photo book pickups. So check that out on the channel if you're interested in photo books. I think that is a great way to appreciate photography and take in some original inspiration, not only Instagram. I think this is a great reminder to not only consume photography through one source like Instagram, expose yourself to new stuff, go to an exhibition, look at some photo books, watch some movies, do something different. And then of course, Instagram is fine too. But yeah, also join the Discord server if you're not familiar. I am happy to say that the Discord server is close to reaching 1,000 users, so that's great. If you're not familiar, what we have on here is just I've made a bunch of different categories. So, you know, photo feedback, photo dump, inspiration, contact sheets, where people post their contact sheets. There's a knowledge-based section where there's a technical advice channel if you need help with something, and a whole bunch of different sections amongst there. I'm open to feedback. Also, I'm trying to improve this. I'm not very good at maintaining and improving it, but I think it's nice to see that people can jump on here and help each other out and share their work and even just like have a laugh and muck around, because I think that's good. I think it keeps things light and you know, not to get too serious. All right, guys. Thanks for joining today again. Hope you're all well. I'll be putting out more videos a little bit more frequently now. I think things are sort of starting to get back to normal. If you're not aware, the lockdown finally ended here in Melbourne, so I have some more content planned. I actually have something that I've already filmed that I'm going to start editing soon. Check out that book sharing video that I just launched this morning. I'll be doing more live streams this week. I'm going to try and put out more live streams more frequently and see how that goes. So I hope you're all having a good day or night and you enjoy your Halloween, whether it's, you know, somewhere that you celebrate that or not. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next video. All right, guys, bye.